Hello, I am Donna Huffnagel, presenting my Interpersonal Communication project through HSER 508 Liberty University. We want to build bridges, not walls. Through this class, I have learned many skills that I want to use as I interact with people. What is interpersonal communication? Stewart defines interpersonal communication as the type or kind of communication that happens when people involved talk and listen in ways that maximize the presence of the personal. My overarching goal: I am working on my identity with communication with each person that I come in contact with to improve my interpersonal communication and not be so impersonal. I want to become better at voicing myself, revealing myself, and speaking up, because Stewart says that identities are outcomes of conversations. If you cannot reveal yourself, you cannot become close to others, and you cannot be valued by others for who you are. John 14:21 says, "The person who has my commandments and keeps them, and the one who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I too will love him and reveal myself to him." The DISC personality type is something we got to do through our class and learn what our personality types are. My personality type is SC or CS. More reserved than outgoing. I am people-oriented. I like to be behind the scenes. Task-oriented. I'm a great friend, a loyal listener, and not a public speaker. This is expected of me. Personality S. Steady and stable, shy, security-oriented, a servant, sensitive, submissive, and a specialist. Enlarging the conversation. Things that I need to do: get out of my comfort zone. Restate, reflect, and summarize. Be an active listener, and learn to interrupt. Some more skills we learn: inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling is the perception and listening part of communication process. One main point about perception is that the ways people select, organize, and make inferences about others affects the way people communicate. Exhaling focuses on attention on the messages that are expressed. Openness with another requires self-disclosures, which requires some level of self-awareness, self-acceptance, and trust. Nexting, another communication skill. Nexting, Stewart says, I mean doing something helpful next, responding fruitfully to what's just happened, taking an additional step in the communication process. Communication is complex, continuous, and collaborative, so there is always a next step. Stewart says, remember your next communication move can make a change in the situation, or at least keep the conversation going. Communication barriers that I deal with. As a self-protecting device, many of us learn not to share our feelings. Relationships can be deteriorated for lack of self-disclosure. When we fail to share what's most important to us, We detach ourselves from others and damage our relationships. Defensive behaviors can be the result of lack of self-confidence, fear of a loss of status, fear of rejection. Defensiveness is a significant barrier to communication. Solutions to barriers. Communication relationships. Burley Allen says to ask your internally, what's going on internally that I feel I can't get in the conversation? Or why am I relating this way? Create new positive thought patterns. Identify non-productive internal dialogue and make amends. Take risk and overcome fears of sharing about self. Ephesians 4:15 says, speak the truth in love. The change process. Step 1, non-awareness, unconscious of one's behavior that results in ineffectiveness. Step 2, awareness, conscious of one's behavior that results in ineffectiveness. Step 3, internalizing, consciously putting into practice the new behaviors or skills. Step 4, integrated, unconsciously applying the new behavior or skill. Noise pollution and solutions. Internal noise pollution, negative thoughts, emotions, distractions in the speaker or the listener's mind. Solutions, concentrate, listen to self-talk, and help listener listen more effectively. Know what you want to say, know as much about the listener as possible, gain favorable attention, and secure understanding and feedback. Use the talker-listener cards and talk without accusing, attacking, labeling, and judging. Noise pollution solution. External noise pollution. Horns, trains, sudden interruptions that you can hear outside of your mind. Solutions. Resist external distractions. Where there is distraction, sit where you can see and hear or talk without being distracted. Decrease noise pollution. Place talkers' needs in front of yours. Turn off any possible distractions, phones, radio, music, other electronics. A plan of action. 2 Corinthians 3:12 says, therefore, having such hope, we use great boldness in our speech. I need to be aware of my nonverbal behaviors. I need to be an active listener and interrupt. I need to restate, reflect, and summarize. I need to exhaling self-awareness and self-acceptance and trust nexting. What comes next? Overcome all fears that hinder me from speaking up in daily conversations.